want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to other people, and maybe say it's not a good thing.
Don't watch. Turn off the TV. Go and touch grass, please, for God's sake.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is sounding really gay.
I sure hope somebody picks up that phone.
The what?
Because I f***ing called it!
Like the streak.
Drop it.
I got this new anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean some serious hunkers. A real set of badonkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros. Massive da hunka bankaloos. Big ol' Tanahangera cougars. What happens next? Transfer student shows up one day with even bigger bunk hanaga hoogs. Humongous hungalamga no logangas.
There's one thing you better know, and that is, I love all of y'all. Listen, can I explain something to you about being a daddy?
Don't try to frighten us with your devotion.
Daddy is the breadwinner. You dig what I'm saying? And if you don't win that bread, you just don't come around.
Victimizers beware! The racist and bigots' greatest nightmare! Social justice warriors! Get triggered! It's the bias response team! If you've been offended, your feelings must be defended. Go! Freedom of expression is a microaggression. Here comes Angela Freddy. He's always ready to fight fascism with fascism. Starbucks windows don't stand a chance. Ethic enhancer. He's a systematic racism finder. Using the powers of screaming and shame, they win every debate by calling your name. They're heroes who think that they're victims. Social justice warriors. Get triggered.
No, I promise quick. So, a lot of you might not know, I do a panel stream every Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Smash actually does play games. So not this coming Monday, but next Monday, the guest of honor is Mike Pollock, which you might not know by name, but is the voice of Dr. Robotnik / Eggman. It's going to be wild. So, yes, come over to my channel, Words of Paradise. We'll see you on the 24th because, who don't want to talk with fucking Eggman of all people?
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of...
Down to Papa Roach, bleed 182.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of...
Every single person that's intelligent, hardworking, ambitious, had dreams and goals, has abandoned England in the last 200 years.
Holy crap! Holy crap!
twisted lie, built to break us, make us comply. They poison the heroes, rewrite the tales, turn legends to dust, leave us frail. But we're not done, we won't bow down. Through the wreckage, we'll take the crown. Steel hearts ignite, fire in our veins. Freedom's calling, breaking the chains. They can't erase what we already know. HyperDrive now, let's fucking go. HyperDrive down, we're burning the night. Blazing through shadows, our stories ignite. Will all the fans come ride with me as we laugh at foolish hypocrisy? HyperDrive time is now, or it's never, as long as they rule. Let's fucking go forever. Forever. Oh, forever. Forever. Go forever.
Yeah. Oh boy. Boy, does it feel good to be back. Man, it's been too long. 3 whole days without a live stream. It feels like 3 weeks. Ridiculous. Good to be back. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah. Man. I just, you get into the rhythm of everything. And then it's interrupted by just stupid crap. Anyway, ladies, gentlemen, and of course, nothing in between. Welcome once again. Welcome back, everybody, to another voyage of discovery, racing through the wastes of the internet to the further reaches of sanity on a never, ever ending quest to rid the universe of absolute bollocks. Before we set off, please ensure that you keep your brains inside the vehicle at all times with your eyeballs firmly screwed to the screen. Who is here? I've seen a few of you in the chat already during that lengthy intro that helps to offset YouTube scanning for little swear words and things. So that's always a good thing, isn't it? Anyway, first of all was me posting the goal because, griff and all that. Derek Smith showed up, 35 minutes early and says, stream has been pre-liked. Where's that on screen? There it is. And yeah, I'm a little rusty. It's weird, man. Like, just the rhythm of things. Let's get through some of these first. Of course, Dividing Dragon is here with some blessings for all of us. Those are the happy, agreeable, non-denominational, equal opportunity blessings, the kinds we like, the kinds that don't come with holy water crucifixes and fat mouse-faced grifters yelling about gay stuff and black people and calling it woke. And of course, who else have we got? Sardok is here as well, as always, saying hi everyone and hello to you as well. Then I posted a bunch of emojis. Who else we got? Sir Spamalot, aka Dan C. Hey all, he's finally back. That's right, he's back, buddy. Back from the world of bullshit, bureaus of immigration, and unnecessarily expensive flights to Singapore. That's right. That's right. Anyway, he says it's all groovy, Will. Yeah, things are good. Things are good. I'll recap you guys last couple of days here in just a moment as we get through the first few people who are here early, of course. And we got a lot to talk about. We got a little bit of Doctor Who, but I'm not going to lean on it too much because I can just tell no one really cares anymore. It's just at this point a series of in memoria. So we'll be paying lip service to a bit of that. Kagawana's here as well. Weren't you a mod before? What happened? I feel like you were a mod before. Did something happen there? Do you want me to set you back as a mod? Have I lost all my mods? What's going on? Oh, well, we'll find out, won't we? Hopefully nothing weird is happening with the channel. It would be lame. Sup, Will? Did you have fun with the fam? Well, I guess sort of with my dad. We're sitting in an airport for 9 hours after sitting in an airport for 4 hours, after sitting in an airport for 3 hours, and then with a 1 hour, then a 3 hour, then a 4 hour flight. So there's all that rubbish. Yeah, you were a mod. Right. Hang on. Let's sort this out. Why aren't you a mod anymore?
Do you not want to be a mod anymore? Let me know in the chat and I'll sort this all out. Something's happened. Don't know what it is. Furious Dan is here. Retro Overkill saying shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you as well, buddy. Appreciate you guys, all of you, for showing up. It's always nice to know that some people are looking forward to the show. Obviously, it's a small thing. It's a new show, and we get, great waves of people coming in later on. But the people who are here right at the start is really great. Okay, Kagawana, you want to be a mod. And for some reason, well, I don't understand why you are not. All right, you are again. Enjoy. Anyway, there we go. Kagawana as a mod needs to be modified. Yeah. There it is. Hey, Kags, it's a spam fish. And okay, you guys and the lurkers out there, like 15 or so lurkers who I'm talking. Yeah, it was a bit rough. I was planning to stream obviously Friday. That got completely screwed with by scheduling settings, basically having to prepare for a pointless middle of the night flight. Then of course I had a friend, an IRL friend, who lost his mother. Had to help him. Obviously I've been through that in the last 2 or 3 years, so I can absolutely relate. He's hopefully doing a lot better now, although honestly I haven't had a lot of time to catch up with him because I, again, had to fly out of this country for no reason other than the immigration department decided that my father, despite being borderline disabled, had to leave the country because those are the rules. And you know what I fucking hate even more sometimes than wokeness is pointless bureaucratic incompetence. I freaking hate it. Just the smallest little bit of common sense is all that stands sometimes between a person and an unbelievable torrent of bullshit. So that, of course, is where I was. I was watching SNH from Manila, and then I was watching some of you other streamers. I obviously missed WTF Live, the last HyperDrive time. All had to go fall apart while I was in Singapore, but I'm back, baby. I'm back, and we're going to tear it a new one like we always do on HyperDrive time. So let's get into it. It's one of those things. If you're living in another country and you don't have like a full visa, it doesn't work like America here necessarily. It's a totally corrupt system. You get to keep updating your tourist visa, but to a maximum of 3 years. And then you have to leave. You have to hop out and hop back unless you find a way to, work around that. But I don't recommend it unless you like getting ripped off and having your passport held hostage by some shady characters. So no, wouldn't recommend that. But probably better in the long run just to fly out and fly back. I did pick up some Ribena while I was there, what with it being a British colony and all, so that was nice. That was nice. Anyway, let's get into the subjects. Of course, we got a shitload to get on with, but of course, before that, if you find, I know, right, a bit of self-reflection never goes a long way. If you find you're liking the stream,
like the stream.
And of course, your in-flight entertainment can be found by clicking the join button, joining the Griff Force, get those emojis, and of course, get a ticket to the monthly member stream, which will be happening next Monday now, because when I got back, I was planning originally to do it and do a Doom stream but 12 hours ago or so. Unfortunately, I was just messed up from sleeping on ridiculous hard plastic chairs that are designed so that people can't lie down on them and crap like that for like a whole day and a half. So screw that noise. I'll probably be picking up a Doom stream in a few hours, as I do owe you a little bit. But it would be nice if we could hit that goal, and I'll go for a longer. And we're going to get through that game, Doom Eternal, before March 6th, because that's when Suikoden hits, and that I am going to allow to take over a significant portion of my life, my stream time. And I'm sure you guys are going to have a wonderful time watching me revisit something I love, rather than complaining about things I used to love. But in the meantime, then, let's go. Speaking of things I used to love, well, Doctor Who is toast. Doctor Who is beyond a joke now. It's absurd. Some of the things that happened while I was away. So if you have any questions or comments, or you just want to pull over for a second, don't forget to tip your driver. I'm not psychic, but I do take bribes. All right, then, here we go. This is from Screen Rant. And this is really bizarre, because obviously we all know no one gives a flying shit about Doctor Who anymore. We're all just waiting for it to die. We're all just waiting for the inevitable announcement now. I mean, I'd say it's like 90% likely now that Doctor Who just disappears. And maybe 5% likely that we'll get, maybe 20% within that 90%, we'll get some kind of announcement saying, hey, you guys, we're just going to put it on hiatus for a while, blah, 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 bollocks. And, 5%, 10% chance that it actually gets renewed for another series with a new Doctor, apparently. As we found out recently, Ncuti Gatwa has left, allegedly. Nothing's been confirmed. Mr. Rusty Tin Dildo, who is so loquacious and verbose and loves to talk about Doctor Who, refuses to say a fucking word. We know Bad Wolf is out. We know the mill that used to make the special effects for Doctor Who has closed down, although they haven't been used in over a decade. But it was the group that were responsible for that kind of RTD era original title sequence that people really liked with Murray Gold soundtrack. They're gone. It seems Disney's not remotely interested in showing up to support Doctor Who, even when they have a convention right outside Disney HQ. Disney didn't even send a single person representing Doctor Who to a convention, a Doctor Who convention in LA. So there you go. Cringe. In the meantime, we finally have an announcement of the next series that's already made. The one that no one's looking forward to, and I'm only going to be watching the review for you fine people. And of course, we'll probably revive Who TF Live on Sundays for a while to review those episodes as well before proceeding on to something a bit more positive. I feel like you guys get a lot of me ranting, raving, and sort of hyper articulately destroying wokeness, and a lot of people really love that. Hell, guy showed up the other day, tipped me $200 for that. It was fucking incredible. But I think it's nice when we can pepper in a bit of actual wholesome goodness, because it does get a little bit poisonous. I'm not going to say toxic, because I'm not that weak emotionally, but I do feel like sometimes it's just bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. Well, yeah, we get a laugh out of it, but sometimes it's like, remember good things, guys. Remember things we actually liked, like Red Dwarf, Only Fools and Horses, or classic sitcoms, that kind of stuff. So we can talk a load about that kind of stuff as well. I also have another announcement that's coming up in the next few days, which is going to be, I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole, but there'll be some fun, some competitions and such. We'll be having some fun. Anyway, here we go then. Doctor Who season 5 release date seemingly revealed in new BBC trailer. And shout out to Toasty with the Mosty in the chat, by the way, who's been working on a VTube avatar in silence, it seems, on live streams lately. I just caught a bit of that, and it's just boobs everywhere. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
tits.
Anyway, and it's sooner than expected. So we got this alleged announcement, but I also feel like nothing could be more like concrete in cementing that this show is fucking toast. This show is cooked. Because the announcement appears, I don't know, because again, I was flying around last couple of days. I just sort of picked this up. I'm going in blind. I'm going into all the topics today, completely blind, as we look at what the hell is going on with Doctor Who. An announcement for season 2, 15 or 41 that first aired during a under 20s Six Nations rugby match. Now, I don't know if this was even on TV, but the ad was only for iPlayer. So you've got, 15 was a long time ago if you are keeping count properly. Yes, it should be season 41, technically, but they're even calling it season 2, the final season. Anyway, fuck's sake, what a mess this all is. We got treated to this little promo. It was the same trailer we've already seen. No one really cares about it. But right at the end, it said, April 12th, iPlayer. Okay. Does it have a broadcast time in the UK on TV? Because clearly the ratings showed that is the most popular way people actually did watch the show, even if it was just on in pubs after the FA Cup final. But yeah, April 12th, apparently, Doctor Who is back for probably the last time. And not soon enough, was it? To paraphrase Yoda. A release date for Doctor Who Season 15 appears to have been revealed thanks to a recent BBC promo trailer. And this is the worst part. It appears to have been revealed, guys. You have to take a step back. This is what I see a lot of YouTubers do. And they don't sit and breathe and take it in and remember and juxtapose against other things. You got to get up onto that mountain so you can see the whole forest, okay? We had last year hype up the arse for Doctor Who. Disney's marketing machine was full tilt. You had pictures of Ncuti Gatwa on New York subway trains. It was everywhere. They were pushing this to the fucking moon. And it came out, and it was fucking terrible. Absolutely the worst. Just the most abysmal, cringe-inducing, woke, identity politics-driven piece of utter fucking trash we'd seen in the longest of times. And of course, the marketing died. The ratings came in. They were among and captured the record for it a couple of times, the lowest in Doctor Who's entire 62-year history. Even with iPlayer and Disney, where it rated nowhere near the Nielsen top 10, nowhere where the bottom of that top 10 were 5-figure viewing counts. No one watched this show. The ratings were appalling. So what do we get this year? Do we get a big announcement? Do we get Whoniverse at the start of everything? No. Do we get Disney's marketing machine? Fuck no. What do we get? A rugby game, which is not even Britain's premier sport, an under-20s, 6 nations rugby match. So not even the pinnacle of that sport, not even close. And that's where they dropped the first reveal that Doctor Who Series 2, 15 or 41 is going to be coming out. I mean, talk about just sort of, there's your announcement. Just have that. God, there you go. Just whatever. Fuck it. We'll put it out. Nothing's going to happen. No one's going to watch. Fuck it. Just shove it out, guys. We have to announce it somehow. There's a slot here. Just do it there. I'm not wasting more valuable TV time on Doctor Who. Damn, is that a fucking absolute binary opposite to the situation we had last year. Yeah, I heard as well, Mouse Potato, no, that Disney are out. They didn't show up. They had a Doctor Who convention in LA and Disney didn't show up. This is fucked. Absolutely fucked. So anyway, at this point, the show's been dead, by the way, for 5 years, minimum 6 years, 7, actually. Was it that long since Timeless Child? Fucking hell. Something like that. 6 or 7 years. And that's pretty much when the show was killed, right? It was given a lethal injection of woke bullshit right there and then. And terrible writing and hack fraud shit. And it slowly died. We're not quite sure exactly the moment that it breathed its last, but we are aware that by the time we saw it again, it was a reanimated, shambling corpse being puppeted by Disney, of all fucking people, and Sony. And Russell T. Davis, who himself has become a pod person. And we've got an absolute piss take of a doctor who cries all the time amidst, rounds of chasing strange alien cock. And it's just nothing to do with Doctor Who. Honestly, it's like somebody died, somebody you love, and you, instead of just like allowing them to go peacefully, mourning them, having a nice wake, having some nice food with the family, burying the body or cremating it or whatever, and then honoring them for the rest of your life. Instead of that, you get the corpse, pump it full of embalming fluid, dress it up as a drag queen, and then puppet it around for 2 or 3 more years while pretending everything's exactly fine. It's Weekend of Bernie's, except everyone's gay. Fuck that noise. Even Tennant was gay. There was even an article the other day saying Tennant might return. Well, yeah, he might as well, because absolutely no one's interested in watching him anymore, so at least he can't do any real damage to the show with his ridiculous trans ranting and threats to fight the fans. All right? Tennant has literally become a lol cow. He's become an Alyssa Mercante, or a David Jaffe, or a Review Tech USA, who, by the way, I fucking laughed my ass off watching him get cooked by 8-Bit Eric over the last couple of weeks. Anyway, the long-running series is a continuation of the even longer-running science fiction epic about an alien blah blah. We all know this. According to a new trailer from the BBC that aired during their broadcast of the under 20s, Six Nations rugby tournament. I mean, you might as well have put it out on like a fucking top at a middle school basketball game. For the love of God. James Opp is here for $2. Thank you for getting us started, buddy. Says, tossing a brick to break up the story. Check DM. All right, buddy. I will do right. I will do that right now. But first, thanking you. James Opp is our virtually our roving reporter for the show at this point. He's always dropping in with random updates for me about various things that always makes the show a little bit more unpredictable. And I think that's cool. People tend to like that. Wait. What is it you just... Is it just this picture that you just showed me? Is it just this? Because I like it. It's the gayest thing that's not shooting at one. So we might as well put it on the screen. Yep, there we go. We can see that John Delarose has now made it onto the absolute pinnacle of the gayometer. Absolutely. Saying he stole a woman's photo so he could pretend to be a woman. We've gone from base. Nah, he lost that weeks ago. Medium, gay. I mean, he's been gay for a while now, clearly, just not letting anyone know. Now he's out and proud, you know, associating with tranoids while, you know, championing the crucifixion of anyone who plays Kingdom Come Deliverance. For fuck's sake, John. You pathetic little worm of a man. Ultra gay. You have made it, buddy. You are now ultra gay.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is sounding really gay.
Damn right. Thank you, James. I appreciate you for that. It's always a good laugh. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, this is pathetic now. You know, you've released Doctor Who, you've released an announcement that the whole show is going to come out. It's coming out on iPlayer. They haven't announced anything about broadcasting it, and you announced it during a fucking disabled kids little league tournament. No, don't get me wrong. I'm sure a lot of people like rugby. Rugby's cool. It's fine. But Six Nations, yeah, okay. Limited audience for that. Under 20s, incredibly limited audience for that. And you didn't even announce that you were announcing it. So somebody, I don't even know who it was. This guy, apparently, a madman, not a box. First played this clip and shared it. Here we go.
There are forces beyond this universe.
Now here comes copyright. Screw you, Doctor Who. You don't get a cent from me. BBC can kiss my ass.
So look into them.
Doctor, you
Doctor!
need to get me home.
Don't care. Not interested. You put a nose ring on him and everything, James. I know. I saw. Yeah, I saw you. You put a nose ring on him, an earring, pink lipstick, and turned his hat pink as well. He's got blush, everything. Yeah, I see.
This might be the long way round.
This might be the long way round. Yeah, the long way round to canceling your fucking show.
The games are deadly.
That is the only thing about this that looks remotely interesting to me. That Max Fleischer style art, a bit like Cuphead, what they've done with classic Disney style animation. And of course, Millie Gibson's not inconsiderable chesticles being completely covered up again, as always. This guy coming out of the screen, that's the only thing in this that grabs me as even remotely interesting. I have no idea, Gatwa. I have no idea. If you don't know, I can't help you. And then we get that. 1 second or 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds at most. But that's it. That's your announcement. Saturday, 12th of April, iPlayer. Show is dead. I don't care what Screen Rant thinks. I really don't care what Screen Rant thinks. This is a very, very bad sign for the health of the show. If indeed, I mean, depending on your perspective, for me, it's a good thing. I'd like them to stop, you know, parading around the transed up, shambling corpse of something I used to love. Because that's what really pisses me off. I don't know why they have to keep doing this. I'm sure it's got something to do with USAID. And that money's dried up. Disney's money is dried up for sure. I mean, they're about to lose hundreds of millions of dollars in the next 3 months on 2 absolute turkey movies, one of which we're going to move on to right now. But in the meantime, guys, thank you. Thank you to James Up for supporting the stream. And anybody else wants to, greatly appreciated. Let's get some fucking demon slaying going on. Anyway, that Park Place has an article I really wanted to cover a couple of days ago now, but didn't get time for. So we're going to just go over it real quick. Captain America Brave New World's second weekend drop puts future of Marvel in serious question. Shit. So we finally got this. It does appear that the second weekend drop was not particularly healthy. Yes, overall the weekend was only a 68% drop, which everyone is suddenly saying, yes, James Up, I saw the Ask Creed news. I'll be going over the leaks as our main event of the evening / morning. So a 68% drop, and they're trying to say that that's a good thing. Now, of course, we know better because we follow this stuff all the time. When I first started the channel, I was mostly doing box office recap videos, and fair enough. However, when you start with a domestic opening of 88.5 million over a 3-day weekend, and they extended that opening weekend bracket to include President's Day and another day as well, that 3-day weekend rapidly turned into 5 days. Okay, so the weekend drop is almost irrelevant, being only 68%. But actually, from Friday to Friday, the drop was 82%. It is abysmal, my friends. No one cares. I know it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it could be. I mean, if you look here, we've got a worldwide box office of $289 million. But look at the chart. It's underperforming. It's literally separated now from the lowest end predictions. And these were not very big predictions in the first place. As always, let's have a look at some other movies too and see what we can compare it to. We can compare it to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which was a disaster. We can compare it to the Marvels. And we can see whether that comes up. Yes, there it is. Marvel's The. We can compare it to... Fuck it. Let's throw Black Adam in there too, just to see how that did. All right. Here we go. Here's some movies. Let's take a look at some charts. All right. So Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Famously a bomb. Wildly underperformed expectations. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Alleged production budget $200 million. You know it was more than that. Even when you factor in marketing, if we're being generous, then the budget was probably 400-something million. And it probably eked out... It broke even. Let's just say it broke even. Okay. That is by far the highest movie on this chart. Second place, I guess, is currently Black Adam. And Captain America Brave New World seems to be doing better than that. So that's something. But it is far below where Ant-Man and the Wasp was. 10 days now, 141 million domestic. Where was that? 168 million. It's $27 million behind a bomb. The Marvels, of course, remains a curiosity that we'll never see again. A movie with 3 main characters, all of them feminists. Is any wonder? All right, so there you go. We're at $289 million. That sounds like it might be all right, but we are just about to hit that steep flattening of the curve. Oh dear. And this bit here, of course, from the original chart is where it slipped way under like the expectations. Inflation counts as well. Yes, let's not forget that. It's only been a couple of years, and that's long enough for the last remnants of Bidenflation to have affected everything. Now, the alleged budget, this is the part that fucking cracks me up, for Captain America Brave New World is $180 million. Okay. And which Captain America movie was that the budget for? The one we got? The one you shot originally, or the one in the middle? Absolute bullshit. This movie was shot, reshot, rewritten, rescripted, redrafted, recast so many fucking times as to make it ridiculous. The budget for this is absolutely no lower than $350 million and is probably more like 400 by the time they got through the second and third round of reshoots. Paying everybody, paying for the equipment, getting everything together. Not happening. Okay. $180 million, no chance in hell. Right. How about this then? 350 mil plus marketing, $500 million. Oof. That is not something that's going to happen. You are at the point now where you are about to dramatically curve off. Unless something crazy happens and this suddenly becomes the most popular movie in the world, breaking through Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is far above it, on a week of weekdays with no particular major event happening and a bunch of kids who don't give a shit and would rather just watch Minecraft on their fucking phones. No. Not happening. Not happening. This movie is going to lose at least $150 million. Guarantee it. So, yeah. It really doesn't matter what people report at this point. Numbers don't lie. Logic doesn't lie. We can see absolutely what we need. Break-even point, I would say, for that movie is a minimum 500 million. Minimum. More likely more than that. Probably more. Everything they ever report is wildly under what they actually spend. Everything. Even for a healthy movie that does really well, the budget is always more than they report. And you have to multiply, like, it. You, like, double the market. You double the budget, basically. And then remove them. It's one of those things where you've got the actual production budget, then you've got editing and post-production that adds more. Then you've got the marketing, which is almost always at least half the budget again. But then with this movie, you've got to double the budget straight out of the gate because of everything they fucking flopped, destroyed, and had to reshoot. So there you go. Don't know about tax breaks. I don't know where they shot this. Did they shoot this in the UK? Because if they shot any of this in the UK, then we will see an actual budget, actual expenses, because they have to declare it for the tax break. So that's something. That definitely is something. Indeed it is. Anyway, it says here, historically, the MCU has maintained robust box office performances, with films typically experiencing moderate second weekend declines. Yeah, Black Panther was probably the best drop they've ever had. It was under 50%. Typically, a movie, and this is just something like data that YouTubers have kind of cobbled together in general, from going over the autopsies of every single film that's come out over the last 5 to 10 years of all this woke shit. A 60% drop is relatively okay. If you're getting closer to 70, that's bad. If you're over 70, that's atrocious. But if you have a 68% drop from fuck all in the first place, that's the worst. And that's it then. Nothing else is going to happen here. Nothing else is going to fix this movie. Nothing else is going to save it. And they're just, there you go. That's it. Film is dead. Film is toast. Now, of course, the reason we bring this up is because we have got another movie coming out in just under a month from now. And that movie is fucking Snow White. So me and Ryan have kind of like a little bit of a not serious, but a little bit of a bet going. He thinks Captain America will perform worse than Snow White. I think Snow White will perform worse than Captain America. Those are the only statements that have been out. There's no actual, like, you know, per capita shit that we're working into. I just think at the end of the day, we will have a vibe. We'll have numbers, comparisons, and various things like that, and a vibe of how well or how terribly a movie is doing. And this is two massive tentpole Disney movies coming out a month apart. No, a bit more than a month. 6 weeks apart. I think Snow White will perform worse. I don't know if it will perform worse in terms of raw box office, because there might still be a lot of fucking dullards out there who have no idea what the hell's going on with this movie. I think it'll have an utterly terrible second weekend, unless Disney buys loads of tickets themselves, which will fuck with our ability to predict it, but it will still be money that Disney had to spend, just like they did for Captain Marvel. At the end of the day, I feel like, based on projections versus actual reality, we're going to see Snow White performing terribly. But of course, both of them have the same situation. Both of them have been through production hell. Both of them have had massive reshoots. Both of them have had major backlash. Snow White much more than Captain America. There's another element to this that I wanted to bring up, and I'm just going to go ahead and look for it because I forgot to prepare it because I am an idiot. And that is the Brave New World trailer. I want to have a quick look on YouTube. The one from 3 months ago. And we'll see just exactly. Hold on a moment. Let's get this into a nice arrangement for you guys. We can see here still 385,000 up, 55,000 down. Yeah. That's really bad. It's not. It's bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as Snow White, where every single thing they release gets over 1 million dislikes. So I'm thinking that is the best indicator that we are going to see some truly terrible performances out of Disney. Much worse than Captain America. But then I guess, you know, hey, if Captain America ends up having performed worse than Snow White when all is said and done, we will know that dislikes on a trailer do not necessarily correlate to bad performance. 47,621 up, 1,317,819 down. And that is just the one from 2 months ago. The more recent one, also 1 million. The older one, also 1 million. Each of these trailers has been turned into comedy song videos that I've reacted to on this show and in videos. And they got more likes than the trailers. So comparing it again, it's night and day, isn't it? This is barely a ratio. It's like 12%. No, it's more than that. It's like 30%. Whereas Snow White, fuck. Madness. Absolutely madness. So there you go. What's that? NPC person says, I want Amber Heard, Blake Lively, and Zegler in the same movie. Oh my God. Can you imagine? And they're just like, it's like a Eli Roth Gorno flick as well. So we get to see them all just like brutalized all the way through. That would be so fucking funny. Blake Lively, what a dick she's been. What an absolute idiot she's turned into. Anyway, there you go. Nice to have the rest of you showing up now. 50 people watching, guys. How are we doing for likes? Well, let's find out. Don't forget, make sure.
Like the stream.
No, pretty good. 48 likes out of 50 people watching. I don't know how many have come and gone without liking, but there's that. And do we have any other super chats before I move on? No. Okay. Well, no love for Will. Anyway, we're going to move on from this because at this point, there is so much stupid crap going on. I know there's a new Pirates of the Caribbean. I was going to talk about that, but I mean, really the only story there is that Johnny Depp has to have rinsed Disney for a sizable amount of money because he did say he would never go back. And if he is indeed going back, it's only a rumor at this point. Of course, take that with a pinch of salt. But if he is going back, he's getting paid 100%. I mean, imagine if they actually tried to do a feminist, all-female Pirates of the Caribbean after the Marvels. Fine. Turn an entire other audience against you, Disney. See if I fucking care. I'm just going to be here to laugh at you. Stupid company that's been producing shit since I was a little kid. Anyway, we got another big thing to talk about because I was going to make that the main event of the evening. But then, of course, we got all the new stuff about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I just love talking about that game and its absolute abject failings. So before that, though, we need to talk about GTA 6. Rockstar, and of course, all of that stuff involving Yuki, Uki, whatever it is, and how that is making me feel about the potential for GTA 6 to go completely fucking woke, disappear up its own ass, and wow, my hat's not even straight. There we go, and make everything terrible again. But we'll see. Of course, it'll be very difficult to get a boycott going for GTA 6. A lot of people are going to be exposed as hypocrites, I think, when that game comes out. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Savvy, of course, is the reason we have got all this information. As always, Madam Savvy does God's work as a hobby, apparently. She's fucking fantastic. I would love to chat to her on a stream one day. She was supposed to be on SNH, but apparently she bricked her computer by gooning too hard, and there you go. We've all been there. How hard do you have to goon to blow up a computer and not just get sticky keys? Who knows? All right, this is the thread. It starts off. Some of you may have already heard of this. I haven't seen it yet. I'm blind as a bat. So maybe there's some merit there for you guys. And of course, like the stream as we proceed. Okay, thread. Want to know who could possibly influence Rockstar Games and GTA? Now, this is something I've wanted to know for quite a while. Actually, I was suspecting of this crap a bit of a while ago, actually. This kind of stuff. I was thinking, who is it? Is it BlackRock? Is it Vanguard? Who is leaning on Rockstar and made half of the creative team behind Grand Theft Auto leave? I think at this point, it's only like Sam Houser who remains at Rockstar. Not a good sign by any stretch of the imagination. But it isn't USAID, or maybe it was, maybe it isn't anymore. We don't know. But I do know that somebody has influenced this fucking company to potentially burn their reputation to the ground. And when you are Grand Theft Auto, the greatest selling media franchise in the history of the world, a license to print money, as long as you continue to make fun of people equally, you got a long way to fall. And I have been saying this would happen for months.
I sure hope somebody picks up that phone.
Do what?
Because I f***ing called it!
There you go. So she says, I'm sure you all remember the articles floating around about GTA 5 randomly removing transphobic content. Yeah, that was the first real harbinger we had of this shit. But of course, leaving in every other harmful joke about everyone else, well, this is the thing, isn't it? You can't make trans jokes because you will get shadow banned. You will get banned on X. This has happened to Hypno a bunch of times. Apparently, the only reasons I ever get banned are for random stupid crap that I don't even get to make public before saying it. Anyway, if you are going to remove transphobic content, then surely you can't joke about everybody else. But what would be better, of course, would be if everybody could be equally ripped the piss out of like they used to. I remember listening to the radio on Vice City. There was a show that was taking the piss out of leftists. There was a show later on the same channel that was ripping the piss out of fucking Republicans in the 80s. It was fair game. Everyone was fair game. There was no doubt about it. James Up has shown up and dropped 10 freaking dollars.
Drop it.
Yeah. And some anime slag for you, buddy. That's Yoko from Gurren Lagann. GTA is a different breed of gamers. It will not matter what the single player game does. Yeah, it will not really. It could be woke as shit. It will not matter. There are GTA streamers with 2 million subs on YouTube yet. That's a grift. Or it will be if you don't like the game. But there you go. Absolutely right. James Up. That is the situation as it is. I mean, I really played the shit out of GTA Online for 2 or 3 years and did quite well with it. You know, it's fun to drive your Lambo around and just have like bulletproof armor on it and ridiculous shit like that. The limousine with the Gatling gun mounted on the roof for multiplayer action. That was good for heists and things like that. But at the end of the day, the single player was kind of the driving force behind me buying it because I wanted that experience. You know, those characters doing what they do in that world as designed, with the jokes about fucking like Fame or Shame with Laszlo, pop culture parodies everywhere. The pop culture parodying is, in fact, it's not even just pop culture, it's culture parody. Is the absolute best thing about GTA. Yeah, the freedom to run around and drive anywhere you want and kill anyone you want and break the law anywhere you want and then face the consequences for it is great. But at the end of the day, it's because everywhere you look, there's billboards taking the piss out of real projects, real products, I should say. There's radio stations ripping the piss out of everyone, including you. It's just hilarious. It makes you look at society and just laugh. And we need something like that. I think we've been saying for like a decade now, somebody, please, God, make the great woke parody of our time. If it's going to have to be me, then I better get on with my Wokeness script. But there you go. And thanks. She says, but did you ever wonder who actually triggered the change? It's a group called OMG. And that's not O'Keefe Media Group. Apparently there's a woke group called that as well. Out Making Games. How funny. I see you're out making games, are you? Does that mean you're touching grass? No, it means you're touching same sex. At least. At least. This is directly connected to Uki, a middleman between government and policy and entertainment. And this is what it's been. This is what it's fucking been the whole damn time. The government were literally getting involved in all of this and deliberately poisoning our entertainment. We could only speculate for years and years that it was coming from the absolute top. And it was coming from the absolute top. In every case, every single game, every movie, every company producing entertainment, escapist media, one way or the other, was simultaneously under orders to go full globalist, full communist, full cultural Marxist, full woke. I mean, there are so many smoking guns now, it's actually hard to keep up. Cringe. At least we were right. Yes. It's not much of a consolation, though, as you stand around looking at everything you used to love burning around you. I guess at least if we can clean house, we can begin to make new stuff without this crap in it. If you want to do a business, and possibly have a voice in Parliament, and you have a UK location, my fucking country. I'm so fucking angry at my country. Why is my country the one that is so freaking steeped in all of this shit? Why does it have to be the UK? What was Brexit even for? What was the point of Brexit? It just meant that the state doubled down and made it even worse. That's why so many people are leaving.
Every single person of, that's intelligent, hardworking, ambitious, had dreams and goals, has abandoned England in the last 200 years.
100% correct. 1,000,000% correct. That's not why I left, but it is why I stayed away. Anyway, James Dodd runs Ucky's DEI sector, works on OMG, and put his lame quote not only to Martin Tripp Associates website, but front and center on Raise the Game. Oh, I hate these. I hate all of these fucking cringe slogans as movement group names. Raise the Game. What does that even fucking mean? Surely you mean raise the bar, but you've got to be nebulous about it and twist words. Hello, Dramatica Law. Nice to see you again. Yes, everything's sorted out. With a DEI pledge, Martin Tripp Associates install C-suite level people into companies. Their website is horrifying. Do I think GTA is done for because of this? Normies will buy the crap out of it day one. That's all I know. Yeah. Let's have a look at that before we answer. So this is something we got. Rockstar Games removed transphobic content from GTA 5. Last year, we wrote an open letter to Rockstar Games calling them to remove transphobic content from Out Making Games. So it's this weird sort of polygonal shit. By the way, pink and turquoise, guys. Colors don't lie. Trans colors. What else? Thanks and credit to Carolyn Petit. Carolyn Kotaku Petit. Pepe Sylvia is alive and well, I'm telling you. For the article that prompted us to write the letter, and to all the outlets who covered the issue over the lifetime of the game. GTA 5 is a wildly popular game with millions of players worldwide, and this change can have a huge impact on the way those players see trans people. No, it can't. It's failed. Your every fucking attempt to steer how people perceive trans people has failed. Every single one has resulted in more backlash. People are less tolerant of trans people now than they've ever been. 1 second, guys. It used to be, right? And I remember this because I have a couple of friends, one of whom was considering it and the other actually did. And it was uncomfortable as fuck. But back then, I was like nice enough to turn the other cheek and sort of go, haha, yeah, okay, yeah. So what do you want me to call you? And then my friend, who was a dude with a deeper voice than most of us, said, you can call me whatever you want. At that moment, I knew the friendship was over. But I was nice about it, you know, and very soon after that, I ended up in the Philippines anyway, so don't know whatever happened to him. Her, it, whatever. And now, what do you get? When someone goes, oh, actually, I'm trans, it's, oh my God, get away from my children. That's what you get now. That's what you've reaped. What you've reaped with what you've sown with all this pro-trans marketing messaging bullshit.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown.
Speaking of demons, guys, you know what I mean? Anyway, it says, thank you to everyone at Rockstar who prioritized this issue. This whole statement, though, right at the beginning, before that, where it says, it's a wildly popular game, millions of players worldwide. Okay. Point one, already exists, is wildly popular. Okay. Step two, as a result of its wild popularity, you can help to impact the way people see trans people. So step two, urge them to begin brainwashing, to begin steering the public perception of this and that. Great. Fucking wonderful. And then pressure them to do it. I mean, this is the thing. This is the great big conspiracy that apparently is only a
Go
theory.
have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them. With the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
But hey, that's just a theory. A theory.
Dramatic allure here for Australian 299 says, first they ruined the rainbow, then teal and pink. Absolutely right. That's right. They took the rainbow. Like now when I'm like looking for stuff to buy for my daughter and my upcoming, we're not sure yet, find out next week. I'm thinking, oh, that's cute. That's cute. Oh my God, something with a rainbow. I want to get rid of it. Rainbows are nice. They used to be anyway. Now they're a flag that opposes normal people, regular folks who just want to go to work, drink a couple of beers, bang the missus and go to sleep. It's fucking cringe. Teal and pink, T and P, tits and penis. There you go. Works on multiple levels. So yeah, they're here to steer the narrative, to push the agenda, which is the same old shit. Oh, you've got this popular thing. Ah, well, we're here to bully you into removing any jokes you made about marginalized groups. Why? Oh, because we've decided that that's a very important thing that you must do. Who told you that? Orders are from the asset management groups. And where do they get their orders? Davos. An unelected advisory body. You want to talk about fucking unelected advisors? Leftists? How about them? Rockstar Games removed the Captain Space Toy Interstellar Transgender with interchangeable genitalia from the wall in E&E. Yeah. They used to have this one. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. Let's blow it up on the screen a bit. Here we go. So on the PS4, you've got Captain Space Toy. Great name, by the way. With Interchangeable genitalia. You can see there's a obvious bulge that you can remove. Also, at the very bottom of it says choking hazard. I don't know what. I think that's what Interstellar or something is. I don't know. And then you've got another toy here that they replaced it with Space Tramp. Great. Mephisto X for £5, legit currency, says every gaming industry is now infected with these freaks. We need a full Warhammer 40k purge. With flamers on full auto. Flamers on full fucking auto. Indeed.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown.
So there you go. They removed that. Then we go GTA 5. Last year we wrote an open letter, blah, 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 blah. We're thrilled to say it appears they have removed the trans crap. Thanks and credit to Carolyn Petite, a tranoid who works for Kotaku. Alyssa Mercante's former boss. Guys, it is all connected. Pepe Sylvia is alive and well. Perhaps in the wrong body. There you go. So, do you think GTA is done for because of this? That is a tough question to answer right now, but that is the fundamental question at the heart of all of this. She says the group is a collection of DEI lovers and happily hops on whatever bandwagon they can, and I'm unsure how Rocksteady had any money to fund them, but I'm sure they budgeted in because a guy from Rocksteady is actually already on this board. Rocksteady. Ah, look at that. The game company that shat the bed so badly that they inadvertently started Gamergate 2 with the help of Sweet Baby Inc. There you go. There's some of the people working at Outmaking.games. Ellie Shapiro, she, her. Yeah, maybe. Georgie Cristoforo, she, they. I've never understood that. Does anyone understand she, they? How can you have two, like, different ones? Like, you can't even commit to being they, them. Shouldn't it be she, them? She, they. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean you just sometimes want to be called they? So how do you know where? Just fuck off. Fuck off. I'm all for, like, people being able to live however the hell they want. But let's be honest here. This is a bunch of bullshit that was made up over the last 10 years. As a man who is rapidly rushing towards 40, I gotta tell you, go fuck yourself. I don't give a crap about hurting your feelings. I don't give a tiny nugget of shit about whose fifis I hurt. Not even a little bit. I don't care. There's James Dodd, OMG director. God's sakes, works for Yuki. Uki, raised the game committee. All of these bodies, these boards, these advisors, these fucking circle-jerking numpties. All of them just getting together to fuck up your games. Not on purpose, although some of them probably laugh when we say they fucked them up and they take it as a victory. But they think they genuinely are doing something good for the world. They are so fucking ideologically captured that they actually think they are doing something good in the world. Dividing everybody. They're like the very people who would have been around in pre-Stalin Russia, championing him, cheering for him. That's right. Everyone's going to be equal, guys. Everyone's going to be equal. These are the kinds of people you see all the time on the internet. Or you used to a lot more. Now they don't make anywhere near as much of an impact because X is actually fair. But these are the kinds of people who go, I can't wait for communism to take over the West so that I can go and be a painter or whatever I want and get state-sponsored income to do whatever I like. No, bitch. Shut up. You have no idea how this works. You're going to be in the potato fields with everybody else, picking food that you'll never get to eat. We'll all be eating bug meat and fucking white rice with no flavor, while the 1% of the 1% will be the only ones who live in any kind of decent state. That's what you are actually going to get with your global communism, but it'll be far too late for you because the emotionally weak will top themselves before any of this comes to pass anyway. They are insane. They are captured. They have no thought. Actually, critical thought or any kind of ability to ration or reason whatsoever. They just do as they're fucking told because they really think ultimately they're gonna be in some positions of power when the great revolution comes. Well, that revolution can get in the sea. It's never coming. We're not gonna allow it. It's not safe in our world. It's fucking bullshit. It's communism and it's bullshit and it doesn't belong in anything. Idiots. Idiots. They're very concerned over Meta's changes. Open OMG letter to Meta. The recent changes to Meta's content moderation policies put at least 9% of adults around the world at risk. What fucking risk? Are you telling me that these mentally ill people are actually in physical danger as a result of other people saying, yeah, but you're not really a woman though, are you? They're not at risk. They're more risk to themselves. Verifying it encourages more people to go down that rabbit hole, more people to repent and remorse at the end of it, and more people to turn around and go, I've destroyed my life. To such an extent that you can never recover from it. If you've not seen What is a Woman, by the way, watch the middle section at least. We are out making gains. A network of hundreds of LGBT plus games professionals. I bet there's not hundreds of them. I bet there's literally just a couple of dozen. And that LGBTQ factor on it, I just looked at some of these people. They looked relatively normal to me. So I don't think they're actually LGBT. I think they're grifters. We are writing to express serious concerns about the recent changes to Meta's content moderation policies. So what you're saying is censor the fuck out of everybody to prop up the paradox machine, the one I talked about the other day, the one that continues to reinforce sick, twisted, deviant degeneracy, or 9% of the population will be at risk. Well, you know what, guys? I hate to tell you this, but if I have to choose, I'm going to go with the 91% of the population. Every single time. I don't want to have to make that choice. You guys are making it so that that choice is something that has to be made. Can't we all just get along? And if you want to warp your body and rip your body to shreds for some ideological crap, go ahead. Go ahead. I refuse to celebrate it. I refuse to act like you're in any way special, except for, you know, the way that people like that have always been special. At the end of the day, these people want extra privileges and constant fucking parades and circle jerking for being mentally ill. And it creates people like it. This system of propping up insanity creates more insanity. It's not helpful. It's bad for humanity. At the end of the day, you see these people, they have these massive raging fits on TikTok and blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not safe. I need a safe space. Well, if you want a safe space and you feel like you can't live in the real world and you're afraid for your life, you know what I call you? An asylum seeker. Because that is effectively what you're looking for, right? A safe place to hide from the world, to hide from your past and try to make a new life for yourself living in a fucking fake reality. Okay, you're asylum seekers. So I suggest, strongly suggest, and I say this all the time, that we give a safe space. We give all these people a nice place, a great big place, like let's say a place the size of the state of Rhode Island or something like that. And we create it and we get everybody who thinks that they are this thing that's not part of nature and let them go there and live together with their own kind. And, you know, reinforce each other all the time. They can have all the reinforcement they want. They can work there. They can work for each other. They can create a little tiny bubble community in there. And just to make sure it's extra safe so that there's absolutely no possibility that anyone from the outside world could accidentally make them want to destroy their lives or wipe themselves off the face of the earth because they didn't say their pronouns right or whatever, just so that they can feel as safe as fucking possible. You put a gigantic wall around the entire place and a great big sign on the front that says asylum, keep out. That's probably the best thing you could do with them. Anyway, this of course is where it went next. Savvy continued to drop more and more and more and more. You see here, Rocksteady Games partying with out making games. We saw BAFTA getting involved with out making games. BAFTA, for the love of Christ, there is absolutely no reason. Yes, guys, you are getting the subtext of what I said. You are. Well done. You are getting it. Absolutely. And then send in Batman. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Or Mel Gibson or someone. Yeah, I mean, these people all want a safe space to live. Okay, they want asylum. All right, let's give them an asylum. Let's give them a place. We can call it an asylum. Here you go, guys. Here you go. You can all go live there. And from now on, anybody else who decides they want to join that life, they can go and live there. Because otherwise they'll be in danger to themselves from everybody else who doesn't want to play that game. Go off to the asylum with you. It's a safe place. A protective environment. I mean, there's not even much of a joke in what I'm saying. It's, of course, a little bit facetious, a little bit ironic, a little bit warped, a little bit twisted, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, dare I say, but it actually is the answer. Okay, here's a nice place for you guys all to live. It's called an asylum. You'll be safe there. You can continue with your hormones and puberty blockers and genital surgeries and celebrating each other and believing that the world is nothing like it really is. Go ahead. Off you go. But don't hurt yourself, okay? If you try to hurt yourself, we're going to have to give you a different room, where you'll be on your own, but you can't hurt yourself. Maybe some kind of restrictive protective clothing, and cushions on the walls. Give them Ireland. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, give them Ireland. Let's get the Irish out of there. They can come and live with the rest of us. The Irish are all right. Some of them. At least give them the Republic of Ireland. Or the Isle of Man, yeah. That's got to be big enough that you can fit a lot of the population into it. I once read somewhere you could actually fit the entire human population of Earth into Rhode Island. Like shoulder to shoulder. That's why I said Rhode Island. So there's that. Anyway, there we go. First time. Yeah, exactly. No one is surprised by this. No one at all. No one is shocked. Another government body getting involved, promoting bullshit that doesn't really exist, putting up flags of countries that don't exist. You could have you could give them like a national identity. You could have the nation of Trantopia or whatever it is. Tranoidopolis. They can have their flags. You can recognize them as a nation. No one will listen to them. They'll be constantly under threat of tariffs. But you could do that. Okay, so you want to join Club Trans. All right, good for you. Here's what you do. You reject your nationality and you move to Tranland. To Loose Wireland. To the country of Asylumopolis. There you go. You're very safe there. You'll be safe. But you do not belong in the part that you can't interact with the rest of the world because you might be triggered by it. For your own safety, we call it the Isle of Man, we call it the Isle of They. Yeah. They call it the Isle of Mam. Transylvania makes sense, yeah. Give them part of Romania, yeah. Anyway, there you go. That is an actual solution that would 100% work. Yes, we put up 100% tariffs on blue hair dye, pink hair dye, scalpels, what else? Just all the stuff for surgeries. Stuff like gurneys, trolleys, anesthetics. Massive, massive tariffs. Massive tariffs. And see if they can eke out an existence as a country. See if they can figure out how to contribute something to society. Maybe let them make makeup products or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know what their GDP would be like. I don't know what their national export would be. They certainly wouldn't be, they'd have to be restricted in certain ways to avoid them accidentally creating propaganda or trying to expand themselves. But at least we know they'd never actually be able to declare war on anybody because they'd all be too scared of breaking a fucking nail to raise a gun. So, there you go. I think this is the actual solution. Give them their own country. They want to have a flag, give them a country. Give them a small country where they can go and be separate from everybody else. In the meantime, it does appear that Out Making Games, literally, before anything even happened, nothing happened. Okay, Savvy reported this. She said, "Oh, this bunch of wankers exists." Okay. Oh wow, look at these guys. Another group taking the piss, making a mockery of everybody. How lovely. How fucking lovely. They delete their account. They didn't go protected. They didn't go on like blocking sprees or anything like that. They just straight up 100% deleted their account. What was their handle before? Do we have it? Do we know anything about it? Tough. Someone should absolutely go and grab their old handle, because that would be hilarious. Out Making Games, I guess, was what it was. I wonder if that's available. Let's find out. Hang on. Let's see if we can create a new account. New account. How do I create a new fucking account? I can't remember. Bloody Twitter. Oh, there we go. Yeah, manage accounts. Add an existing account. No. I want to make a new account, buddy. New account. Okay, we'll have to come up with something anyway. Someone should definitely create a Twitter account called Out Making Games. Just every time one of these companies shits the bed, deletes their account, goes into hiding, someone else just grab their handle immediately. And I don't mean that in the way that you just interpreted it, Mouse Potato, you sick monkey. What the hell? Okay, anyway, Mephisto X for yet another £5 legit currency says, as soon as Savvy exposed them, they deleted their webpage within 40 minutes, according to Hypno. Now, why would they do that? Oh, yeah, I mean, for sure, there's some stuff there they definitely did not want anyone to find. So they don't actually have a website anymore. All right, hang on. Outmaking.games. Click on that. Oh, they still have a website. Contact us. No, I don't want to do that. I don't care about that. Insights. Open letter to Meta. Pride Month 2024. International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, Transphobia 2024. Lesbian Visibility Week 2024. You know, if I want to see some lesbians, I'm not going to be looking at parades through towns. I'm going to be looking on the internet. Glad the state of LGBTQ. It's all they are. It's just rainbow bullshit and T and P flags. Tits and pecker. Yeah, there's probably something that they had on their socials that would have incriminated them in some way or other. Let's see what else they got on here. Events. God, I'm so glad every day that I'm not in the UK. I'm so glad every day that I am not living in the U fucking gay.
Every single person of, that's intelligent, hardworking, ambitious, had dreams and goals, has abandoned England in the last 200 years.
Thank you very much, Mephisto X. Appreciate you. How we doing? We filling that bar up? Yeah, we're halfway. Let's see. All right then. So it seems that they have completely deleted their account. For just a brief look into them, a circle jerk of awards and flags in 2 posts. Rocksteady was very involved. The BAFTA crossover is even more amusing. We are thrilled to be partnering with Out Making Games to celebrate Pride Month. # Pride Month. Join us this week as we champion those in the LGBTQ plus community who make the games we love. Games that have LGBTQ in their studios and professionals in their first inclusive environments. Screw you guys. I'm getting here. Fucking trash. Steady on, I'm here in the UK. You're here in the UK. Guys, get out. I've made this very clear to a lot of people. I am willing to help anyone get out of the UK and get set up in Asia. With what limited resources and influence I have, I will be able to at least get someone set up somewhere far away from all that crap. Rotunded the Cartman lot. Kater. Yeah, I know. I do that all the time, man. Been doing that voice since I was 13. So there you go. Say the right things, get the award, get picked up by more DEI. The circle of cringe continues. It's the circle of cringe. Ship them off to an island. Put a fence around it. Not for us, for their safety. They can't live in a world where we exist to literally kill them without dissent, frankly. You're trying, but you're 54, Gen X bastard. Like you're prime. You're prime for a relocation to the Philippines. Before I got here, everybody here was like 50 plus. They hated us when we showed up. Bunch of 30-year-old guys. Maybe that's why Trump wants Greenland. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they'd be able to survive the elements, though. I mean, the rate of infection in that community is pretty terrifying. I'm thinking you give them a small island nation. Hell, you could even make it a tropical island. Nowhere near here, though, please. No. Big enough to fit, several million people in. And you give it the flag, the trans flag, the pride flag. You call it whatever the hell you want to call it, the Isle of Man or Loose Wireland or anything like that. And then you call it an asylum island for people seeking asylum. And you put a fence around it and it just says asylum, keep out. Immigration and emigration policies are virtually non-existent. The only people who can ever go there are diplomatic emissaries, ambassadors, people like that. And of course, gigantic fucking tariffs on surgical equipment, anesthesia, and prosthetics and makeup. Gigantic fucking tariffs. And if they can make themselves useful to the rest of mankind, then we'll welcome them to trade with us. But no. We're not gonna put them in danger of actually having to share spaces with us because it's far too threatening to them. Every single one of these ruthless bastards has a fucking pride flag in their bio. Everyone. You can call it cut your cock off land. Just bludgeon them with the reality of it. No Dickland. There you go. Yeah, we could do it. I think we could do it. I think Trump could do it. To throw anyone in there that supports Ukraine as well. Fuck it. David Mencken is a renowned actor. David what? Mencken. Is that what they call themselves? Oh, I'm not a man. I'm a mankin. Is that like foxkin, treekin, fairykin, merkin? A renowned actor whose credits include Final Fantasy 16. I knew there was a reason I was glad I didn't go anywhere near that game. Alan Wake 2, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, that's fucking disgusting. And much, much more. Says, visibility empowers people to step into their true selves and challenges those who might struggle with seeing a queer person versus their favorite character. Shut the fuck up. You bloody great game award. Credit on 48 games. Fuck. Watch Dogs, Truth, Dustborn. Well, there's no fucking surprise there. Thalassa, Edge of Abyss, Senua Saga, Terminator Dark Fate, Defiance. Was that a game? They made a game of that fucking movie? Foam Stars. Ugh. That sounds gay as fuck. Foam Stars? Ugh.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is sounding really gay.
Diablo 4, fuck. Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Elite Dangerous, damn. Control, Ultimate Edition, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, no surprises there. We'll get to Assassin's Creed in just a second, though, guys. Bloody hell. Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers, god damn it. Who is Magnus? Don't even remember. Oh, well, there it is. Mephisto X for another £5 Oh, and by the way, Gen X were the OG nerds. We played games and watched Star Wars / Star Trek and Doctor Who before a lot of you were even born. Well, my dad is not Gen X and he watched Doctor Who. But yeah, I would say that nerds weren't really a thing until Gen X, yeah. That's probably fair. Or at least if they were nerds for other things. I think computers really had a lot to do with it. The rise of pop science. Mephisto X now, what is that? 3 times you dropped that? Man, one more and you get a special video. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. We'll move on to the main. Alrighty, let's move on. So we've got some ridiculous bullshit happening regarding Assassin's Creed. It appears the game has in fact been leaked. Woof. Not disrespecting my boomer nerds. Yeah, nah, you shouldn't. I mean, I'm Gen X Y. I'm that fucking on the cusp of Y gen, where I was already a teenager by the time mobile phones took over. The last generation to have childhoods without tech, like taking over outside the bedroom kind of thing, where you could have a Nintendo or whatever. And we were nerds too when it wasn't popular at all. Like we got pushed around in the playground for playing Pokemon and things like that. Or anything, just not wanting to play football, you know, wanting to pretend we were Super Mario or Ninja Turtles or something. You know, we got bullied for all that crap. But there you go. Oh well, shit happens. Now, Assassin's Creed. First things first, let's have a look at how we're doing with our favorite game of the year so far, Yasuke Simulator. I'm gonna just do a quick refresh here, and we can see that we have made it now up to 962nd position in wishlist. Guys, congratulations. That is very good. That is very impressive. That is like from almost 2000, from like 1700th or something to 962nd. Damn, we are halfway up. That is fucking fast, and it's all happened since the 17th of February. It seems the game's only existed for less than 10 days at this point. My God. All right. Well, there we go. So we're at 3,069 followers at the moment for 962nd place. Guys, if you haven't yet gone to Steam and wishlisted Yasuke Simulator, for the love of God, if you want to stick it to Ubisoft and you want to make a difference, help us make this game more popular than Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let's have a look at Assassin's Creed Shadows while we're here. Fucking hell. Doesn't even come up. Jesus Christ. Assassin's Creed Shadows, there it is. Where are we at with this? This one is currently in 66th position, meaning it has moved slightly. No, it hasn't. It hasn't moved a fucking bit. 21,000 followers, 108th in top sellers. That's awful. That's awful. Game's out in less than a month. Yeah, guys, if you haven't wishlisted it yet, make sure you wishlist it. And guys, I see some of you folks dropping into my Steam all the time, gifting me video games and stuff you want me to play. I love you for that. That's fantastic. Gift your friends Yasuke Simulator. It can't cost very much. And it's got to be better than Assassin's Creed Shadows. This game fucking made me die laughing. I dare not actually watch the trailer again. Do it, guys. Wishlist Yasuke Simulator. Let's get it up in the rankings. I want to see it go up now. Come on. Somebody who's watching this surely has not yet actually done it. Oops. There's my thing. Right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take another look at the Steam DB page for Yasuke Simulator and see if it's moved at all during the stream. And we'll keep an eye on that throughout. But there you go. In the meantime, it seems that yet another fucking disaster has happened to... In fact, it has gone up. Yeah, it's got up again. Brilliant. Okay. Anyway, we have a situation. Smash JT reports, actually, although it's been on a couple of other places as well. But I like to use Smash JT's site because, you know, I think he does good work, apart from being a pal. Leaked. Assassin's Creed Shadows already sold and streamed. This fucking game is doomed, man. I mean, it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult to keep track of everything that's happened to this game. It was announced. It was panned. Yasuke was wildly mocked. What else? I mean, then we got the actual scandals that began to come out. We got ridiculous shit that came out. We could see everything was wrong with this game in terms of its PR, its development, just everything. Every fucking possible thing. They had a stolen flag from a reenactment group. They stole the Sandai Kitetsu from One Piece, one of the most recognizable katanas in the world today. We had just major backlash. Japan was pissed. They tried to say it's not actually the Japanese that are angry. It's just a bunch of us pretending to be Japanese. That didn't pan out. I mean, they turned around. They showed clips of Yasuke killing Japanese people to hip hop. We've had shots of him running through fucking shrines, just destroying the altars. We've had outrage from people. We've had written letters refusing to be part of the game. Take our shrine out of your game, Ubisoft, or we'll sue you. Watermelons in springtime, Sakura in summertime. Fucking jokingly bad architecture. Japanese YouTubers rising to prominence just because of it. Ubisoft stock plummeting. And now a simulator game that is rapidly catching up to them in terms of wish listings. Finally, when all is said and done, the game fucking leaks. The game fucking leaks. I mean, what more could possibly go wrong? What more could possibly go wrong? Fucking amazing. Guys, join the Griff Force, by the way. Make sure you get the emojis. A lot of you guys may have been unjoined as time has passed on, and I missed a couple of streams, so you may have been auto unsubbed to the Griff Force. We are going to be talking about a lot of interesting stuff about the channel on the member stream next week, so please do make sure to rejoin the Griff Force, because it really does make a big fucking difference to the streams. Anyway, here we go. Not Assassin's Creed. Smash JT has the article. He also has a video. Shall I just watch the video? Yeah, let's just watch the video. Here we go.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT.
By the way, did Smash JT just sort of abandon his format, like, of edited videos in favor of doing them the style that I do them and other people? Because I feel like you kind of need an overlay for that, Smash. Let me know if you need some help with it.
Just finished writing this article about Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadow already.
It's a hell of a lot less effort for a lot of more content, and a lot of the time the quality doesn't suffer at all either.
Being sold out there on the black market underground and being streamed by multiple people on.
Where are these streams? I want to find one of these streams.
Different outlets, putting the information of this game out there for all to see, and Ubisoft is in complete damage control mode right now.
Of course they are. I mean, there's no way this isn't sabotage, right? There are people within Ubisoft who have done just about every single fucking thing they can possibly do to destroy this game before it comes out. Let's have a look.
As if more things couldn't go wrong with this game already, we now have it leaking out on websites like Mercari, where it shows them selling it for $100.
That's not even expensive. That's like the price they want you to pay for it. Really? I gotta find this. Hang on. Assassin's Creed Shadows Mercari. All right, I've got a Reddit thread up. It was deleted. Fuck. Goddamn Reddit. Is it just me or is Smash's volume low? I can turn him up. 3 hours ago, the gamer says Ubisoft acknowledges the leaks. Okay. We can't seem to find the... Oh, wait, hang on. Mercari.com. Assassin's Creed games. Let's see. All right, let me get this on screen. I've never even heard of this website. Apparently it's Japanese. Why do I have notifications? I don't even have an account. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Original Assassin's Creed 2 Revelations. Syndicate. I think they've suppressed it now, haven't they? Assassin's Creed Shadows. Show me something. Oh, dude. There it is. Oh my god. All right. Hello. Mercari. Assassin's Creed Shadows PS5. It's a poster. It's just a poster. Okay. What else do we have? Assassin's Creed Shadows. Display only cover art GameStop. All right. I think it's been suppressed. Let's see. Maybe we can find an actual copy of it. Dear, dear. I'm not finding it, but I absolutely believe it. I want to see one of these fucking streams. See if I can find that. God, this looks terrible, doesn't it? It looks terrible. Oh, well, let's get back to Smash and see what he has to say.
There's a piece, and they sold multiple copies of these PlayStation 5 versions of it. We have a blurred screenshot right now because I don't feel like having this video taken down of Assassin's Creed Shadows being streamed by multiple people on Twitch. And we have Twitter profiles being put in protected mode so that Ubisoft probably most likely does not try to go after them legally with any information that they've shared and screenshots they put out there or taking down.
Fucking hell. If people are actually having to do that, what did you say in your article, Smash? Despite any security measures, physical copies of Assassin's Creed Shadows have found a way into the hands of players across the US, with some folks turning to social media and Reddit to flaunt their early access in front of everyone. A user uploaded an image of him holding a copy of the game on PS5, while ex-user Danny Stevens has since locked his account, claimed to have purchased the game through Facebook Marketplace. All right, for obvious reasons, I can't put that on screen, but let me have a look. Just give me a moment here. I'm going to check Marketplace, see if I can find it. Assassin's Creed Shadows. No, I'm not seeing it. Not advertised on my Marketplace anyway. I guess they don't care about the Philippines as usual. Oh well, fuck it.
Down their X account completely. But suffice it to say, for Ubisoft, this is a complete catastrophe.
No
doubt. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article that I'm going to be going through on this video right now. And
so you're going to do what I did the other day, where I wrote an article and then just basically covered it and streamed it, read it, and reacted to my own writing. That actually is extremely smart. Smash JT has just become about 5,000 times more productive this way. He can probably put out more than one video a day now. This is going to be good for him. Yeah, okay, you won't have so much B-roll and stuff, but to be fair, half the time I'm listening to his videos, I have my phone in my pocket while I'm driving anyway, so there you go.
Had a lot of people complain about my microphone last video, so I actually ordered this new Shure mic.
Hey, moving up in the world.
And hopefully it works.
So you got an SM7B. I almost bought one of them, and then I found out there was a microphone you could get in Asia that is as good and is about 1/3 the price. So that's what I'm using.
A lot better than the previous one. I did a few tests with it, and I don't know. I like it.
Does he think he's on a live stream right now?
Appreciate all the feedback you guys gave to me. Thank you so much.
I love you, Smash.
For all the support. Again, hit the subscribe if you guys like this content. So Ubisoft is facing yet another disaster as Assassin's Creed Shadows has already
we are doing B-roll. Okay.
found its way into players' hands a full month ahead of schedule, release on March 20th via a pre-release leak. Physical copies have surfaced in the wild, leading to spoilers, gameplay streams, and secondary market sales upwards of $100.
It's radioactive. Don't stream anything you may find. Right. Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I just wanted to see it myself. But thanks for the warning. That is actually some sound advice there, James. As usual. Appreciate you, buddy. It's a weird old time right now.
Per copy of the game before Ubisoft even begun their final promotional push. And a lot of these items and videos and streams have all been taken down, but via Reddit leaks and rumors, there are links that show where all these still are up, because once it's on the internet, it's there forever. It can't be deleted, and a lot of people can still view these things. And most likely there'll be story spoilers coming out. So if you are somebody that has been looking forward to play this game, I know there are
No one cares about this fucking game. Only the real dickheads.
some out there, few and far between. Just probably ignore the internet for a while.
Matter of fact, there's a relative point that I wanted to make that's not really video worthy, because it's just an observation. And I wanted to bring it up because it relates to Avowed, which of course is dying a death at the moment. Just as an aside, guys, 19,000 people is the all-time peak of Avowed, right? Okay. And everyone's trying to say that's really, really good. Of course, we know it's not, because we know that something like 60% of gamers are playing on PC these days. So we know that that's not good at all. People may want to compare it to, holy crap. Okay, I'll be right with you. People may want to compare it to things like the Outer Worlds, which I have on my screen, my shelf behind me rather, and how that did with 20,000 all-time peak. But let's not forget, at the time when these games came out, they came out massively on consoles first. PS4 at the height of its fucking power. Yes, that is goal. It is. I know it's single-handed goal, actually. Fucking hey. 20,000 people playing Avowed. As Outer Wilds, right? As an all-time peak. 19,000 for Avowed. So you say, oh, that's not bad. That's almost as good. Yes, but that's different, isn't it? Because player habits have changed. They have changed or rather the habits have not changed. This is the point I want to make, right? Just a random little thing. We've migrated to PC, yes, but the habits of players waiting and pre-ordering and playing on day one release, a very console gamer behavior, by the way, that has not changed one bit. So now what you have is an increasing culture of pre-ordering and playing on day one on PC, something the Outer Worlds never benefited from. It just didn't. I mean, the game came out, when did it come out? Max, all time, 2020, October 2020. Right, that's when the game came out. Yeah, okay. And that's when it got its release. And since then, death. But other games have not had a lot of that day one release stuff where everyone migrates over and they go, oh, okay, I'm going to grab this game on release. I'm going to grab this game. Any of these other old games that had lots of people playing them are games that were already old when they came out on PC. So now you're looking at day one gamers rushing to buy games as they come out. And the absolute peak power that this game can muster is 19,000, where more people are now playing on PC than were 4 years ago. But there you go. All right, that's enough of that. I'll get to the point. We'll get back to the video in just a second. But before I do that, holy Christ on a bike, Andrew Fay, the Titan himself, has returned to us now at the turn of the tide. For fucking hell, a goddamn 50 banger. My God, definitely wanting some huge fucking tits for that.
Oh, these? My boobies? My massive fucking titties? My super stuffed up milkies? My hunger bonger doinky boinkies? My fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex gnomes? You mean these super duper ultra hyper goddamn motherfucking.
I got this new anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean some serious hunkers. A real setup of donkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros. Massive da hunka bankaloos. Big ol' Tanhangera cougars. What happens next? Transfer student shows up one day with even bigger bunk hanaga hoogs. Humongous hungalamga no no logangas.
That cracks me up still. Doban Honka Rolls. I think that one's my favorite because it actually sounds Japanese. Anyway, back to the actual message. It says, as developers ditch this social programming fad for games that unite us in fun, good times loom. Well, that is hopefully what we are seeing, yeah. As AI ushers in the indie dev era, empowering visionaries, showing my age, remember Drakan. That pixelated gem surely lingers in your heart. I remember Drakan. Order of the Flame. What was it on? Windows, wasn't it? I think. It's from the turn of the millennium. It was about the same era as Final Fantasy 8, 9, 10. 10, I think. Hang on, let's have a look. When was Drakan out? It was on PS2. Yeah. Yeah. Or one of them was anyway. From Psygnosis. Oh man, I used to love their games. They were responsible for Alundra too. Alundra is my dad's favorite game. It's a fucking incredible game. Really difficult. Brutal. Brutal difficulty in times. Thank you, Andrew Fay. You are right, I think. I think we are going to see more and more and more indies. We just have to hope they're not all compromised like what we saw with Wings and, of course, Landfall Games. If we can pull that off, we are having a great old time and we'll get a renaissance. If not, well, it's going to get a lot uglier first. Thank you very much. And also, you guaranteed that we just made it to our Demon Reconometer to play some Doom in a couple of hours' time. Because I can't do it later because I'll also be streaming WTF Live. Hunter is here for 2 and says, I was just banned on YouTube for a day. Suck my balls. Suck my balls. YouTube. Absolutely. Fuck it. I've never been banned. I don't know if I'm just too nice to get banned or something. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But what did you do to get banned? How did you manage that? I say some really fucked up stuff, but I try to do it in a way that's you know, you can't say I'm not saying out of kindness. Anyway, thank you very much for that. All right, back to the Assassin's Creed leak video. I want to talk a bit more about that before I wrap this thing up. All right, here we go.
Well, if you don't want to know anything about this game, despite any security measures that Ubisoft may have put in place, physical.
Oh, I'm 100% shadow banned. My subs have barely moved for the whole month of February. I think I gained like 200 subs in February. It's embarrassing. But it is what it is. I need to make more videos too.
Copies of Assassin's Creed Shadows have found their way into the hands of players across the United States specifically, with some folks turning to social media and Reddit to flaunt their early access in front of everyone. A user uploaded an image of them holding the copy of the game on PlayStation 5, and there were ex-users like at Danny Stevens.
That was the original
Stevens.
We saw. That is cringe. It's just George Floyd. It's unbelievable cringe. There's no way he was a samurai. You do not have time to become a samurai, but you are only there for 15 months. Who brought him there? The Jesuits or something? They brought him to Japan. How in the fuck did he even know Japanese? Like, it's very unlikely this guy had anything going for him besides the fact that he was brought along to Japan. He was a curiosity because of his skin, because of his different features, if indeed he looked anything like this. And then he was given a sword to hold. He was given a sword because Nobunaga thought it was cool and a gimmick. You do not get to be a samurai like that. That is a lifelong commitment. Bushido is something you start learning as a child. You do not, there's just no way. There's just no way. A guy who was in Japan for 15 months was a fucking samurai. And I don't care if he's black. I'd say the same thing if he was white. I'd say the same thing if he was Dutch. And suddenly a Dutchman ended up in Japan and Nobunaga made him a retainer. I'd say, well, that doesn't make sense. Why is there a white guy running around as a samurai? They'd be Japanese. For fuck's sake. Even a Chinese guy. I'd be like, that doesn't make sense. Well, that'd be much harder to tell because of the way they've made everybody look fucking androgynously Asian in this game. Absolute fucking stupidity.
Since locked his accounts, claiming that he purchased the game via Facebook Marketplace and posted images of the box and installation screen. Though these posts were quickly taken down, of course, they were saved and reshared across the internet because, like,
that's the internet. That's what happens. You try to bury something, it just becomes bigger. The Streisand effect, the Mercante effect, the Zegler effect.
Like I said earlier, as we all know, the internet is forever. Adding fuel to the fire, U.S. auction site Mercari was caught recently.
And he's just decimating all these other samurai as well. It's just not going to happen. Even if he is like bigger and stronger than them, and we're supposed to assume that because he's a black guy that he's bigger and stronger, probably not going to be in any way more capable than a bunch of actually trained samurai. A guy who was brought to Japan, who didn't even have agency over what country he's in, is not going to be in the peak of physical fitness, is he?
Recently hosting listings of the game as well, with one dude openly holding multiple copies and selling them for $100 each. These listings have since been removed, of course, but not before sparking an even wider concern about
well, I went looking for it. I could have just watched the video.
Ubisoft's distribution vulnerabilities. And the screenshot was captured by the gamer before it was already taken down. So we have it here.
I mean, thank you, whoever you are, for making sure you had screenshots. Because otherwise it would just be, you know, you fucking gonna go and you got no references, Smash JT, he's not a real journalist. You and your crew should do a parody on the woke video game pitch meetings. Oh man, I should do that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Here showing that, yep,
that would be funny.
Somebody was selling these on Mercari, not to be confused.
That's fine. I mean, the woman is suing him.
With a former gaming journalist. Meanwhile, Assassin's Creed Shadows has also begun popping up on streaming platforms. And while I'd love to share the videos on,
it's just not going to be like this.
On this video and show you guys what I've seen. Not going to do that because I don't want Ubisoft to take this video down or to take my website down like Nick Galad.
Winking? Really? Do people wink in Japan? Like for real? Outside of anime? Did they? In the 16th century?
Did previously. So I'm just going to tell you guys, hey, it's out there and you can click on some links. You can follow the links that I have to Reddit, and there are links on Reddit that will bring you to these videos to show you them. Many of them have already been taken down, but they keep re-uploading new links that work with them. And yeah, suffice it to say, it's very real. It's very out there, and Ubisoft is very pissed.
Smash JT, the pro gamer.
Video Games Chronicle also separately confirmed that at least 2 Twitch streams showcase the game in action. And while obviously Ubisoft has been actively working to take them all down, archived recordings are still being shared across the internet as well. Leaks are nothing new for the troubled Assassin's Creed Shadows game. This game has faced a ton of setbacks during development, including major content leaks well before this latest incident.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a fucking disaster. It's all been a gigantic fucking disaster. Absolutely embarrassing to the point where I don't even know anymore. Like, is there... we are categorically winning. That much I can say. For example, Captain America, Doctor Who, Snow White, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Across 3 different formats. Colossal, catastrophic, implosive bombs. This game might sell. It might sell, but it won't sell like the others did. And if it does, It's going to be selling immediately to a bunch of streamers who are going to be ripping the untold piss out of it in so many ways. It'll be fucking hilarious. We're going to wrap up at this point, guys, because, well, it always takes a few minutes. I want to make sure that everybody who is here has time to go and get themselves a bite to eat or whatever before they roll on to the next one, which, of course, will be Hypnocast. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching this stream. As I'll be putting out some videos later on, probably be doing a video about this and a couple other things. I've got some notes written down for later. I will be back in about 3 hours time to stream some Doom, because that really is the only time I can today, because I have another live stream in 12 hours. So that's going to be the opportunity for me to stream some Doom, which I'm going to do for a good long time, because we are now, well, I owe you some Doom. Let's just put it that way. An absolute massive shout out to everybody who donated, made sure we got over the bar this time. It was glorious. Thank you. That is now 2 in a row, I think, where we hit our goal. And I'm going to start making a note of that, as well as increasing other tiers and things for later. I'll be bringing in a little bit more entertainment that we can have as a daily segment as well. I'll get you more knowledge on that as soon as I can. It's something I've been talking about doing for a full year that I've not managed to get around to, but now I'm full steam ahead on it with the power of AI to back me up. So mega shout out to James Up, Dramatica Law, Mephisto X, Andrew Fay, and Hunter for your lovely support. Appreciate you all very, very much. I have just updated the credits as of last night. So unless anyone's about to join the Griff Force, I will roll the credits and they will be fully up to date for once, which is nice. Then I'm going to grab a bite to eat, make some videos, and I'll be back slaying some fucking demons in 3 hours time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Big shout outs to everybody again. Love you all. Catch you same time tomorrow. Catch you in 12 hours for WTF Live and every other time in between now and then. Take care now. Bye-bye then.